In this video, let's take a look at editing an existing calibration, recalibrating points because we hit protected elevations in this survey. And I just want you to kind of get comfortable with what you can do as far as calibrating, recalibrating, and editing calibrations. So I'm going to use the total station example we used in another video. I'm going to open up the traverse that has the field data in it. We went out in the field, assumed coordinates, assumed an elevation of 1,300 feet for a benchmark, or 1,302 feet, looks like, and shot these points in. And we're going to go ahead and calibrate this and talk about kind of what we run into with that. So let's go ahead and tell Traverse PC we want to calibrate this. Now, in that video, we created this calibration right here, and it's a calibration that doesn't include any elevations to it, so it doesn't matter if these points are protected or not. We can simply go ahead and calibrate that survey and it rocks it right on. Okay, so let's uncalibrate that. Let's go ahead and edit this calibration. And we've got all of our points in here from when we created the calibration using that field data traverse. But I'm going to go into results and I'm going to tell Traverse PC, what if I had created that with a vertical shift? And actually the way I created this from traverse data, Traverse PC looked at the traverse data and said, oh, you've got elevations in there, so I'm going to do a 2D conformal with a elevational shift. Let's go ahead and choose OK. Let's save that under that same name. So now we've got a vertical shift only in this calibration, and let's go ahead and tell Traverse PC that we want to calibrate this. Okay, what just happened? It told us the operation failed, and if we look at the message view, we see that this operation is not allowed on protected points because it said these points have elevations protected. Okay, so we couldn't calibrate them at all because of these protected elevations here. So we have a couple options. One is maybe while we were learning about this, we said, well, let's go ahead and calibrate the protected points. Okay, so it calibrated them, brought them in, but remember, this is a 3D calibration, so it applies the shift to those, and it dropped all of our elevations down around 0 because we didn't have any elevations for the record data we were calibrating to. So we say, oh, that's not what I wanted. I wanted to go in, and so right here I could uncalibrate, edit the calibration, and then do the calibration again without a vertical shift. Or, just so we can kind of see how this works, I can go into results, I can turn the shift off so it recomputes those parameters, and the vertical shift is now 0. Watch what happens when I choose OK. Traverse PC says, you've changed the parameters of this calibration and some survey data and objects are currently using this calibration. Would you like to recalibrate now? So if I had created this calibration and then used it to calibrate several different traverses or over several different days, it wouldn't be easy necessarily to just undo the last calibration and start over because I'd have to go back and find all that other data I'd calibrated. So Traverse PC is just saying, hey, I can recalibrate every object in the survey that was calibrated with this original calibration. And it kept track of, which calibration was used for which object. So we can look through the survey and find those. And I just say, yes, I want to recalibrate those. So what did Traverse PC do? It left the horizontal calibrations just like it was. It didn't change those, but because this is a calibration that doesn't involve a vertical shift, it didn't care about protected points, and it left those elevations up at 1,300 feet where I expected them to be. So that recalibration and editing calibrations just kind of fits really nicely together inside Traverse PC. Traverse PC is kind of watching out for you, looking over your shoulder and saying, hey, you've got lots of stuff in this survey that was calibrated before you changed the parameters. So I'm just going to recalibrate that for you. And in a recalibration, Traverse PC uncalibrates using the old parameters. Then it updates the parameters to this change I made to not include the vertical shift. Then it kept track of those objects and it recalibrates them with the new parameters. So it just kind of takes care of all the busy housework for me. And I end up with exactly what I want. X and Y calibrated and vertical left unchanged.